Hello guys and welcome. This is Dr. Daktari. In this channel, we doctorize the news, dissect the views, and frame the facts with fearless perspective. Welcome aboard. In today's video, we look deeply into the current clash of the titans. Donald Trump versus Elon Musk. Billionaire clash of egos. In a world shaped by wealth, influence, and algorithms, two men have risen above the noise. One is a real estate mogul turned populist president, a man who reshaped American politics with a red hat, a booming voice, and a Twitter account that once shook the foundations of global diplomacy. The other, a visionary technocrat born in South Africa who took us from online banking to electric cars, reusable rockets, brain chips, and purchase of Twitter itself. Their names are impossible to ignore. Donald J. Trump and Elon Musk. Both billionaires. Both disruptors. Both obsessed with control. And for a time, they shared a strange kind of alliance. But today, the alliance has shattered. What was once a tactical friendship has evolved into a public feud. The fallout? Still unfolding in tweets, truth posts, campaign rallies, and meme warfare.
I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot. I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate.
This isn't just about two men trading insults online. This is a deeper conflict, a clash of visions for America's future. One stands for nationalism, loyalty, and the return of idealized past. The other for technological progress, decentralization, and a hyper-connected, free speech-fueled future. Together, they represent two gravitational centers of modern influence, with millions hanging on their every word. Their followers don't just support them, they worship them.
I'm not just MAGA.
This is the story of how these two titans of power first came together, why their relationship fractured, and what their rivalry tells us about politics, technology, and the new battleground for control over public thought.
The energy in this room is incredible.
In the next chapters, we will travel from the halls of Trump Tower to the launch pads of SpaceX, from the White House advisory meeting to the depth of Twitter, now X threads, and the Truth Social rants. We will dive into the moments that brought them close and the turning points that tore them apart. And in the end, we will ask, what does Donald versus Musk feud mean for America? What does it mean for the world? Is it just another billionaire ego war? Or it is a sign that the future of political power no longer lies in Washington, but in code, capital, and the control of platforms? This is the billionaire clash of egos. Before the feud, there was fascination. It is easy to forget now, but there was a time when Donald Trump and Elon Musk weren't trading jabs. In fact, they seemed, at least on the surface, to admire each other. Let's rewind in 2016. Donald Trump was campaigning for president, defying every poll and every political norm. Meanwhile, Elon Musk was still largely a futuristic entrepreneur, the quirky billionaire behind Tesla and SpaceX, admired for his innovation and not yet the cultural juggernaut that he will become. Their worlds wouldn't have looked more different. Trump, a brash real estate tycoon from Queens, steeped in luxury, gold-plated elevators, and a reality TV fame. Musk, a soft-spoken engineer with big dreams and a Twitter habit, building rockets in Texas and pushing electric cars in California. But as Trump shocked the world and secured the presidency, something unexpected happened. Elon Musk was tapped to join Trump's Business Advisory Committee, a group of elite CEOs and innovators brought in to help shape the administrator's economic policy. Apple's Tom Cook, Uber's Travis Kalanick, and yes, Elon Musk. Musk, after all, had spoken out about climate change and championed renewable energy. Trump, meanwhile, he had called climate change a hoax. So why did Elon say yes? Some say it was pure strategy, an opportunity to influence policy from the inside. Others say it was a rare moment of optimism, a belief that maybe, just maybe, business and politics could align. The more the voices of reason, the better. Elon Musk, 2016. Remember that? At first, it seemed to work. Musk advocated for staying in the Paris Climate Accord, encouraged science-driven policies, and offered technological solutions to infrastructure and energy challenges. Trump listened, at least publicly. He praised Musk's genius, called him one of our great minds, and used the council to promote a narrative of innovation and progress. It was a brief, delicate alliance built on mutual utility. Trump got tech world credibility. Musk got a seat on the table. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming. Their values weren't aligned. Their styles clashed. Trump sought loyalty and showmanship. Musk sought logic and autonomy. And then came the breaking point. July 1st, 2017. I am withdrawing the United States from the Paris Climate Accord. Donald J. Trump. Within hours, Elon Musk tweeted his resignation from the advisory council. Climate change is real. Leaving Paris is not good for America or the world. That was Elon Musk. Just like that, the alliance was over. From admiration to disillusionment. What began as a rare crossing of political and technological power had unraveled. And it wouldn't be the last time their paths will cross or collide. The seeds of their rivalry were planted in those early days. And soon they'll grow into something much more public and much more personal. If power in the 20th century was broadcast from podiums and press rooms, then power in the 21st century pulses through platforms. And no platform shamed these two men more than Twitter. Twitter wasn't just a tool, it was a weapon. For Donald Trump, it became his megaphone, his battleground, and his signature move. For Elon Musk, it was the playground of ideas, memes, and provocations. But eventually, it will become a minefield. Let's go back. During his presidency, Donald Trump's Twitter presence was unlike anything the world has ever seen. Unfiltered, relentless, and often chaotic. At 3 a.m., he will rattle markets, insult world leaders, and ignite a culture war with 280 characters. My use of social media is not presidential. It is a modern day presidential, he claimed in 2017. Elon Musk, meanwhile, was slowly building his own presence. Equally unpredictable, but more eccentric. He tweeted about Tesla stock, Dogecoin, flamethrowers, alien civilizations, and occasionally politics. By 2021, the game changed. Donald Trump was banned from Twitter following the January 6th Capitol riots. It was one of the most controversial tech decisions in history. Free speech, censorship, political overreach. Musk watched it unfold and took notes. At first, he didn't say much, but behind the scenes, something was shifting. He began tweeting more often about free speech, wokeness, and censorship. He called out big tech. He posted memes. Then, the unthinkable. I am buying Twitter. Elon Musk, 2022 April. A $44 billion power move. This wasn't just about business acquisition. It was about control of the digital town square, of narrative, of influence. Trump, for his part, was already deep into launching Truth Social, his own platform built in exile. He publicly said he wouldn't return to Twitter even if allowed. But privately, Musk's takeover rattled him. Musk reinstated Trump's account in November 2022 after running a public poll. The results? Yes, reinstate. And with that, Trump's account was reactivated, though he didn't tweet. The people have spoken. Musk, 2022. Still things were tense. Musk began mocking political figures. He liked tweets that criticized Trump. And Trump never wanted to let a slight go unanswered. He fired back. In a rally in the year 2022, Trump alleged that Elon Musk came to him when he needed help and he couldn't have said no. In 2023, in a Trump Truth post, he also claimed that I don't hate the man, but he's full of crap. He was talking about Elon Musk. Two men, once aligned, now circling each other like rivals in a digital arena. Twitter didn't just connect the world. It connected, then divided Trump and Musk. This was no longer about admiration or ideology. It was about platform dominance, about who gets to shape the narrative and who owns the microphone. And in the fight for attention, the most valuable currency of the digital age, only one voice can lead. At first glance, this feud might seem like it is all personality. Two oversized egos trading barbs online. But underneath the name calling and social media drama, there is something deeper, a clash of ideology and identity. Trump and Musk aren't just two rich guys with opinions. They are symbols, living avatars for two radically different visions of America's future. Let's break it down. Donald Trump. He built his political brand on nostalgia. Make America great again. Make America great again wasn't just a slogan. It was a mission to restore a mythic past, to slow the march of change, to guard tradition. He is about borders, loyalty, and brute force nationalism. His base? The working class Americans, evangelicals, populists who felt ignored by the elite. To them, Trump isn't a politician. He is the last line of defense. Elon Musk. He represents the future, or at least his version of it. Self-driving cars, space colonization, AI integration. Where Trump wants to protect the past, Musk wants to transcend the present. His followers, tech libertarians, crypto fanatics, meme lords. They see Musk as a boundary-breaking prophet, a man with no allegiance to any part of the system. One wants to govern the country. The other wants to engineer it. But it is not just about their visions. It is about their egos. Both men believe they are the smartest person in the room. Both command absolute loyalty from their fan bases. And both expect obedience. not opposition. So when the cracks formed between them, it wasn't just disagreement. It was a personal betrayal. For Trump, Musk's refusal to endorse him was an act of disloyalty. For Musk, Trump's political chaos was bad for business and bad for progress. The result? A slow-burning war, fought in interviews, tweets, podcasts, and snide remarks. Each jab isn't just a dig, it is a declaration. I am the real alpha here, and here is the irony. Both men claim to hate the establishment, but each, in his own way, is the establishment now. They are not outsiders anymore. They are the titans. Each with billions in influence, millions of followers, and empires at their feet. This is no longer a disagreement over policy or platforms. It is about legacy. Who gets to define the era? Who gets remembered as the one who changed everything? And in that fight, there is no room for two kings. In the battlefield of modern influence, words are weapons. But memes are the ammunition. The Trump versus Musk rivalry isn't just about policy or platform control. It is fought in the trenches of digital culture, where memes, viral videos, and razor-sharp social media posts shape public perception faster than any press release. Trump's base has long mastered this art. From Peep the Frog to the Red MAGA hat, their memes have galvanized millions, turning slogans into icons, rallies into viral moments. Musk, he is a maestro of meme culture in his own right. From Tesla tweets that sent stock soaring or plummeting, to Dogecoin endorsements that turned cryptocurrencies into household names, Musk's digital persona is part genius, part troll, part marketing machine. In this war, it is not just who controls the narrative, it is who controls the jokes. When Musk bought Twitter, some hoped the platform will become a free speech utopia. Instead, it became a wild west, where the battle for public opinion is constant and brutal. Memes mocking Trump's age, tweets ridiculing Musk's antics, and digital skirmishes are relentless. Elon Musk can barely keep his own companies afloat. Trump built a wall of tweets, but it is full of holes. Supporters of each side flood threads, comment sections, and video responses with barbs and rallying cries. It is a non-stop stream of GIFs, clips, and viral soundbites, a spectacle that blends politics, pop culture, and pure entertainment. But these aren't harmless jokes. They shape beliefs, reinforce loyalties, and stoke divisions. In the digital age, the meme is mightier than a sword. And both men know it. They use memes not just to attack, to build their own mythologies. Trump's "Make America Great Again" isn't just a campaign slogan. It is a symbol with meme power that extends far beyond politics. Musk's "Occupy Mars" vision, a rallying cry for tech dreamers and futurists, memified into viral hashtags, art, and online communities. But beneath the surface humor and spectacle lies a serious question. In this digital war of memes and misinformation, who is really winning? Because in the end, control over narrative isn't just about followers. It is about shaping reality itself. And in that arena, the rivalry between Trump and Musk has become a defining battle of our time. When billionaires clash, the ripples spread far beyond Twitter feeds. They shake the foundations of power itself. The public meme battles and social media skirmishes are just the opening acts in a larger drama, one where political influence, business interests, and personal vendettas collide in high-stake power plays. Trump, the former president with a loyal political base, isn't just fighting for ego or headlines. He is maneuvering to control the Republican Party's future, shaping policy, candidates, and the narrative for the 2028 presidential race. Meanwhile, Elon Musk, once a celebrated tech innovator and occasional political maverick, has pivoted into a controversial figure whose business empire depends heavily on federal contracts and regulatory goodwill. In this game, every tweet, every public statement, every alliance, or every betrayal is a calculated move on the chessboard where the stakes are national. The clash reached new heights when Musk publicly opposed Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, the massive tax and spending legislation that promised billions in contracts for Musk's company but also ballooned the national debt.
I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate.
By condemning the bill as fiscally irresponsible, Musk ignited Trump's fury, turning a fragile alliance into open warfare. "You are either with me or against me," Trump declared, threatening to revoke SpaceX critical contracts, a move that sent shockwaves through the aerospace and tech sectors. This isn't just a personal spat. It is a warning to other billionaires and politicians, a sign that crossing Trump comes with real consequences. The fallout wasn't contained to boardrooms and government agencies. Tesla's stock tumbled, wiping out tens of billions in market value overnight. When the billionaire war spills into Wall Street, the whole country feels the tremors. But the political impact is perhaps even more profound. Musk's vocal criticism has emboldened moderate Republicans and independents wary of Trump's increasingly hardline stance. Meanwhile, Trump's base is rallying behind him with renewed fervor, viewing Musk as a backstabber aligned with establishment forces. This fracture within the conservative movement threatens to redefine the party and possibly the 2028 elections. Behind the closed doors, power brokers scramble to broker peace, worried that prolonged feud could hand the opposition a critical advantage. Yet, both men seem locked into their causes, driven by personal grudges and ideological battles that go far beyond politics. In the end, this isn't just about two men. It is a struggle over the soul of American power. And as the dust settles, one thing is clear: the war between Trump and Musk has only begun. In every high-profile conflict, the true battle often plays out away from the spotlight. In whispered deals, backroom meetings, and strategic alliances. As the public feud between Donald Trump and Musk rages on, a complex web of allies and adversaries quietly shifts around them, each with their own agendas, waiting to see who will emerge stronger. Trump's camp is bolstered by loyalists entrenched in Washington and the Republican Party grassroots. This includes influential strategists, media personalities, and donors who see Trump as the embodiment of their vision for America's future. For them, standing with Trump means more than politics. It is a cultural crusade. Yet cracks have started to appear. Some key Republican figures privately expressed concern over the escalating feud with Musk, whose innovations and businesses wield enormous economic influence. On Musk's side, the network is equally complicated. From Silicon Valley elites to government insiders, Musk allies span tech, finance, and policy. But Musk critics within these circles argue he is becoming too unpredictable. A wild card whose clashes with Trump risk destabilizing important projects like the space exploration, renewable energy, and infrastructure. Amid these tensions, shadow players quietly maneuver. Lobbyists push for favors. Corporate boards adjust strategies. Media outlets choose which narratives to amplify, often swayed by billionaires' sway over digital platforms and advertising dollars. This isn't just personal feud. It is a strategic battle for influence over the very mechanisms that shape public discourse and policy. Looking ahead, the stakes couldn't be higher. Both men are preparing for what could be the defining political and economic battles of the decade. Trump eyes the 2028 presidential race, hoping to solidify his legacy and extend his influence. Musk continues to expand his technological empire, aiming to colonize Mars, revolutionize transportation, and reshape global energy. But their rivalry raises a pressing question. Can America's institutions withstand the collision of these titans? Or will the fallout reshape the nation's future in the unpredictable ways? One thing is certain. In the war of power, perception, and legacy, every move counts. And while the cameras focus on the headline battles, the real war is waged in the shadows. This split reflects deeper cultural tensions between progress and tradition, innovation and stability, chaos and order. The feud has also become a cultural phenomenon, inspiring countless memes, podcasts, and think pieces. Artists and comedians have jumped into the fray, turning the conflict into a source of satire and commentary. In the age of social media, the battle isn't just political. It is a pop culture spectacle. Yet, amidst the humor, there is a serious question. What does this rivalry say about America's political and cultural landscape? Is it a sign of deeply fractured society struggling to find common ground? Or a reflection of a new era where personality, media savvy, and digital influence outweigh traditional power? Trump and Musk continue their high-stakes game. The country watches, divided, engaged, and undeniably transformed. The fallout of this clash will be felt for years to come. What's next for Trump and Musk? As dust settles from months of bitter clashes, all eyes turn to the future. A future that's uncertain, volatile, and packed with potential surprises. What comes next for Donald Trump and Elon Musk? Will their rivalry escalate into further political and economic upheaval? Or will cooler heads prevail? Trump is positioning himself for a comeback, rallying his base and sharpening his messaging ahead of the 2028 presidential election cycle. Every public appearance, every speech, every tweet, a carefully calibrated step on the road back to power. Musk, meanwhile, faces mounting pressure to stabilize his sprawling empire while navigating the political minefield. With major projects in space, automotive, and AI hanging in the balance, Musk's move will be watched closely by investors and regulators alike. Behind the scenes, advisors and allies on both sides are working overtime, negotiating, strategizing, and preparing for whatever twists lie ahead. In this high-stakes chess game, a single misstep could change the course of history. Some analysts predict a truce forged by mutual interest and recognition that endless conflicts benefits no one. Others warn the war is far from over, that the battle for influence, legacy, and power is only intensifying. Whatever happens, one thing is clear. This clash isn't just about two men. It is about the future of American leadership in a rapidly changing world. Will the Trump-Musk saga end in reconciliation, escalation, or something entirely unexpected? Only time will tell. In a world of ever-changing dynamics in politics, economy, technology, and ideas, each day offers a new perspective. Here, we explore, decode, and put things into context. We challenge the noise, debunk the myths, and dive into the nitty-gritty. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Your comments, thoughts, and reactions about today's video is highly welcome. Feel free to comment and tell us what you think about today's topic. Ciao guys, see you in the next video.